everybody, welcome back. It is that time once again for my monthly favorites. This will be for the month of July, so let's get into it. So to start off, as I always do with monthly favorites, I'm going to go in like hair care, skin care, then on into makeup. It's not again a ton this month like last month. Wasn't a whole lot because I like what I like and I've been shopping my stash. So we'll get started. First off though, this is new to me. I just recently purchased this about 3 weeks ago, so I used it for a good part of the month of July. But it is the OGX, which used to be Organics, and this is the Hydrating Tea Tree and Mint Shampoo. So far I have been loving this. It has Australian tea tree oil, milk protein, and peppermint to help add moisture and nourish your hair. And I just love it. I love the scent of it. OGX, they're all sulfate and paraben free. I believe they're paraben free. I know they're sulfate free. But it just has such a minty scent to it. Really, you know, cleanses my hair, hydrates it, and we're done. Next up, my EOS lip ball of the month, which, you know, I use these before I put on my makeup. And for the month of July, it was a little lemon drop, which has, you know, fallen in the rotation several times before. But for the month of July, it was a lemon drop. So now moving on, we're in everything makeup. So to start off, we'll just kind of go in like, I'm going to try and go in order of how I would apply makeup anyway. So what I have been loving this month is the Maybelline Master Prime by Face Studio. This is the Blur and Smooth Primer, and I just love this because even though it's a blurring primer, you know, it's not really silicone based, it's water based, so it's, you know, like milky when you put it on, but it does, whether or not it helps blur anything out, it does smooth my skin and just gives a nice surface for applying my foundation. Next up, we'll move into my foundation of the month, and I have done a review and demo on that, so I will link that up there for you so you can see it if you choose to. It is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation. I love this stuff. I'm in the shade here 209, which is Caramel Beige. That is my summer color. But what I have actually been kind of loving to do, and what I've done today, and I think it gives more of a natural finish to the skin, is I like to mix this in with my Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. This one I'm in the shade 108, which is Caramel Beige. But I love the finish that I get because I kind of get a more natural finish. So I'm not completely matte, but I'm not completely glowy. You know, I'm just that somewhere in between, and I love that. So I love mixing these two. That has been my favorite this month. Now for concealer, I have got to give it up for this. This stuff is so good. And it is the Maybelline Master Conceal by Face Studio. I am in the shade medium on this one. And it is so good for my under eye concealer. I just love this stuff. Next up will be my face powder. And it is the Milani powder foundation. And I actually did kind of a first impression on this when I did a review of the Milani 2-in-1 Conceal and Perfect Foundation, and I love this stuff. I have the color here, number 11, which is Golden Beige, and it looks very light in the pan, and even when I swatch it a little, but once it goes onto my skin, it's almost kind of like translucent with maybe just a little bit of a yellow undertone to it. But I love this stuff. Beautiful, gorgeous packaging. Milani always has the most prettiest gold, very luxurious looking packaging. Next up would be something that I recently hauled, but I have just fallen in love with this. This is the Essence Liquid Eyeliner, and this is the waterproof. And it has what they call an ultra soft tip, and it's actually like a little felt tip. So I'll pull this up so you can see it. So see that tip on there? It's actually a felt tip. Now it is just as black can be, but you can get, you know, you can lay it on really thick if you lay it on the side, or if you put it on like the little point part, you can get a super, super fine line. You know, you can't really see that I was running out of product there, but this stuff is so, so good. I've just been loving it. What can I say? Such a great product. You know, it's like $2-3. You can't go wrong with that. Next up is my brow product of the month, and I have fallen in love once again with my NYX Micro Brow. Now this is real teeny tiny, of course, and it's comparable to the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and also I believe L'Oreal has that really tiny little brow pencil, but this is fabulous. It's got a spoolie on this end, which is nice and convenient, and then you have your product on this end. It does twist up, but it stays really tiny. Even though it's kind of rounded off a little, it stays really tiny. Also up, I have what came in my Ipsy bag last month, and it is the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in Swerve. This stuff is so good. It is so black. It's so rich and creamy. That's Swerve up here at the very tip top. It just goes on so effortlessly. Let's see if we can say that word again this month since I had such a hard time last time. But this is really, really good gel liner. It just easy to use, super soft, super simple. Next up is also something I got in my Ipsy box. Oh, this was, I don't know, a couple of months ago maybe, but I only kind of like used it a couple of times and then kind of put it to the side, and I said, well, you know what, let's pull that back out before it goes bad. Let's try and get some use out of it. It is the Smashbox X-Rated Mascara. This is unbelievable. It is Mascara Voluminator. You know, synthetic, well, kind of synthetic fiber bristly brush, but it's shaped oddly. It's like an X with a line through it. So would you want to, not necessarily an asterisk, but pretty close to it. But this stuff is great. It gives me length and volume. It separates. I get good definition. Really, really good mascara. I have heard a lot of people complain about this particular mascara, but I think it's the full size. I think it's the way the tube is shaped, because the tube is shaped like an X, that it doesn't allow you to really, you know, pull it out and you hear that, you know, that, well, you know, I don't know if you can hear that. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick that up, but you know, hear that when you pull it out. So it's not really cleaning the brush off that well, and people are getting a lot of clumpy because of the fibers and everything. But I will say this, buy yourself a little deluxe sample size of it. Honestly, in most of my high-end mascaras, that's all I do buy is a deluxe size sample, because I'm not going to go through it fast enough to justify the cost of buying the full size, because I do like to throw my mascara out about, you know, once every 3 to 4 months. Next up is, and I just recently hauled this as well, but this is the NYX Lip Liner Crayon, and this is in the shade Ever. And I love this. It's just a good, versatile, you know, shade. It's kind of almost a dusty, mauve-y type color, but it has a little bit of orange and a little bit of brown undertone in it, and I just love it. It's great. You can mix it with so many different things. I use this, and I might put a gloss on top, and actually when I've been reaching for a gloss, and I've been kind of doing that a lot lately with just liner and gloss on top, not today, but most days, I've been going for my NYX, the Mega Shine Lip Gloss in a Sponge Cake. I love this one. This one is my absolute favorite. It's just a really pretty, you know, here it is here, kind of a nudie, but more of like a nudie, neutral, almost mauve-y kind of color. A little bit of pink shimmer, but let's throw this on top of here. Just a little bit on top of that liquid matte lipstick there. Just a little bit. It's right there in the center. But I love it. I love Sponge Cake, and God, I love the scent of NYX lip glosses. They're just so, so delicioso. Next up is an old favorite of mine that I just have not shown some love to in quite some time. It is the e.l.f. Contour and Blush Duo, and this is the cream version in St. Lucia. Look at that, baby. Pan, 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 pan. And this is, I think, probably the second or the third one of these I have gone through. But I love this duo. You get this nice bronzer, which works really well for contour because it's a really good shade for that. And then this gorgeous, gorgeous peachy, you know, type blush. They're just so pretty. Swatch them out there. I didn't have a wet wipe with me, so I was trying to wipe off that eyeliner. That's waterproof. That's hard to get off. But so there it is right there, the bronzer and the blush. I'll pull that up a little bit for you. Just, they're gorgeous. They blend out so easily. This lasts a really long time on me. It will go all day. It's just a great little duo. Love, love, love it. So it's been my favorite this month. And then next up, how about that highlight? It has been my Hard Candy Glow All the Way bronzer. Yeah, bronzer, right? And I broke my thing. But this is in the shade Tiki. And Tiki is just a beautiful golden-esque bronzer. So, 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 so pretty. It's like a gold pearl champagne. It's beautiful. It's more of a champagne with a little bit of gold reflect bronzer, but or highlight. So now they got me calling it bronzer. Highlight, but it's gorgeous. I've had this forever, and I will continue to repurchase this. Love, 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 love it. Last, but definitely not least, recently featured in a haul. Recently had a 3-look eye tutorial on it. Yes. It is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. Just the most, I'm sorry, it is the most stunning, beautiful palette on the face of this earth. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I don't know how it's not ever going to be a monthly favorite, so I'm going to try and only feature it this one time, guys. But I love it. Can't keep my hands out of it. Love, love, love it. It is definitely my monthly favorite for sure. I am going to post swatches of it across my arm for Instagram so that you can see what all of the shades look like on somebody my skin tone. So look out for that. And unfortunately this month I have a no, 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 no. Oh my gosh, no, 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 no. So prior to me purchasing this shampoo, I was trying out another one. Now, I've said it before in many videos, I can't use any shampoos that have sulfates because I do Brazilian keratin blowouts, and you cannot use things with sulfates or else it will strip the keratin from your hair. So, I thought, well, I'm going to try this. This looks really good. It smells really nice. It's, you know, no sodium chloride, no sulfates, no dyes, no harsh salts, no parabens, and it's gluten-free. I don't need it to be gluten-free, but hey, it's a bonus. So I picked this up. This is the Ren Pure Originals Argan Oil Luxurious Shampoo. This stuff is horrible, guys. Horrible. It smells wonderful. It feels really good when you put it on your hands. It makes my hair straw. Just absolutely straw. I felt that it was stripping moisture from my hair. This was horrible. This bottle is completely full. I only kept it to show it in my no, 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 no's. It's getting dumped and going in the recycling bin. That is it. That has been my monthly favorites and a no, 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 no for the month of July. I hope that you guys did enjoy this. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I do want to say that I reached a goal of 150 subscribers. I know a whole bunch of people do like 100 and this. I said, I gotta be different. I want to do 150. And so I will be doing a giveaway here shortly. Details on that to come up in the next few weeks coming up. So I'm going to do a nice little giveaway. It's not going to be huge, but it's going to be a nice little giveaway for my devoted subscribers. I love you guys so, so much. I love seeing your comments. I love replying to them. Sometimes it does take me a little while to respond because I do work midnights and I just can't always be on my phone, unfortunately. So sometimes it does take me a while to respond, but I try to respond just as quickly as possible. So I do want to again say thank all of you so, so much for all of your ongoing support. And so I am going to do just a small giveaway here with an upcoming up in the next couple of weeks, I should say. So anyway, I want you all to have a wonderful, fabulous day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.